Hello and welcome to our lecture about the 17th century poetry presented by Dr. Ala Al-Halbousi. This lecture is presented as part of the second course to the second year students of the English department of the College of Arts, Al-Iraqiyya University. This lecture is going to discuss John Donne and his works along with metaphysical poetry. John Donne was born in 1572 in London, England. He is known as the founder of the metaphysical poets, a term created by Samuel Johnson, who is an essayist, poet, and philosopher. The loosely associated group also included George Herbert, Richard Crashaw, Andrew Marvell, and John Cleveland. The metaphysical poets are known for their ability to startle the reader and coax new perspective through paradoxical images, subtle argument, inventive syntax, and imagery from art, philosophy, and religion using an extended metaphor known as conceit. The main trait of metaphysical poets: first, they like to work on difficult and complicated ideas to make you think. أفكارهم دائما تكون معقدة ومتشعبة مما يثير التفكير النقدي لدى القارئ. The second point is they like to overuse metaphors. يستخدمون التشبيه المجازي بشكل كبير جدا. A Valediction forbidding mourning by John Donne. As virtuous men pass mildly away and whisper to their souls to go, while some of their sad friends do say, the breath goes now and some say no. So let's melt and make no noise, no tear floods, no sigh tempests move. 'Twere profanation of our joys to tell the laity our love. Moving of the earth brings harms and fears. Men reckon what it did and meant, but tribulation of the spheres, though greater far, is innocent. Dull sublunary lovers love, whose soul is sense cannot admit. Absence, because it doth remove these things which illumined it. But we by a love so much refined, that ourselves know not what it is, interissued of the mind, careless eyes, lips, and hands to miss. Our two souls therefore which are one, though I must go, endure not yet. A breach, but an expansion, like gold to airy thinness beat. If they be two, they are two so, as stiff twin compasses are two. Thy soul, the fixed foot, makes no show to move, but doth if the other do. And though it in the centre sit, yet when the other far doth roam, it leans and hearkens after it, and grows erect as that comes home. Such swift thou be to me, who must, like the other foot, obliquely run. Thy firmness makes my circle just, and makes me and where I begun. The main idea of the poem. The poem is a farewell, wada', that should be celebrated and not to be sad about. Therefore, the poet is trying to convince his family that saying goodbye should not always be sad. I will start with analyzing stanza by stanza. So the first stanza, which read, virtuous men pass mildly away and whisper to their souls to go, while some of their sad friends to say, the breath goes now and some say no. Although this is a love poem, yet the first stanza starts with describing some dying good men and how their souls are leaving their bodies. Some of their friends are around them, wondering with sadness whether they are dead or not. الشاعر هنا يقارن الوداع ب virtuous men dying، أشخاص نقيين طيبين ولكن للأسف قد ماتوا. استخدم as والتي تعتبر simile، وتجمع حولهم الأصدقاء والذين كانوا حزينين جدا بفراق أصدقائهم. كان يساورهم الشك في أن حياتهم قد انتهت. يكمل الشاعر الصورة في المقطع الثاني من القصيدة بقوله So let us melt and make no noise, no tear floods, no side tempests move. It were profanation of our joys, to tell the laity our love. The second stanza is related to the first, since it starts with so. The melting here means to move so slowly, and that not to show the people our tears or sadness, because this will make them look down to us. وهنا دعا الشاعر أصحابه إلى كف الدموع وعدم العويل لكي لا ينتبه إليهم العامة مما لا يفهمون طبيعة علاقتهم بأصدقائهم ونوع المحبة الكبيرة التي لا يمكن لعامة الناس أن تفهمها. في المقطع القادم يعطي الشاعر صورة جميلة جدا لمقارنته نوعية الحب الذي يحملونه هم مقارنة بما يحمله الناس، حيث قال Moving of the earth brings harms and fears. Men reckon what it did and meant, but its reputation of the spheres, though greater far, is innocent. وهذا يعني أنه قارن حب الناس بالهزات الأرضية التي يعرفها الجميع ويشعر بها الجميع، ولا نقول تعودوا عليها، لكن شيء ظاهر ومفهوم. أما عشق الشاعر وأصحابه كأنه الكواكب البعيدة المضيئة التي لا يرى الناس منها إلا الضوء، وكأنها البراءة ورمز للبراءة، ولكنها في الحقيقة براكين هائجة وانفجارات وهزات عظيمة لا يشعر بها إلا من يفقه معناها. The moving of the earth means earthquake. Therefore the poem asks his friends of not showing their sadness and rage just like the faraway stars, which blows and shakes, but what the common people see is their innocence. Dull sublunary lovers love, whose soul is sense cannot admit, absence because it doth remove these things which elemented it. Now the poet moves on comparing his love like the far away stars, which the common people cannot feel or understand despite its greatness, while the love of the rest of people is as simple as the earthquake. It is love not from this world, but a love beyond this world and its understanding. حب عظيم جدا وكأنه من عالم آخر، عالم مختلف عن عالمنا الذي نعيشه، وحب مختلف عن الحب الذي يشعر به بقية الناس. Stanza number 5 and 6. The first one starts with, But we by a love so much refined, that ourselves know not what it is, into assured of the mind, careless eyes, lips and hands to miss. The poet keeps describing how great their love is, to the point that due to its spirituality and greatness they cannot understand it themselves. Here is where the metaphysical type of poetry comes in hand, because it's so great and related to the intellect, it does not need the regular senses to feel it. لا زال الشاعر هنا يصف عمق الحب وطبيعة الحب الذي يكنونه بأنه غير محسوس بأدوات الحس الطبيعية التي نستخدمها كالنظر والشفاه والأيدي. هذه الأدوات غير مهمة لكشف عظمة الحب والإحساس به. Our two souls therefore which are one, though I must go endure not yet a breach but an expansion, like gold to airy thinness beat. هنا يقول الشاعر بأنه مهما عظمت المسافة التي بيننا وابتعد أحدنا عن الآخر فإننا كالذهب عندما ينطرق يتمدد ولكن يبقى محافظا على قوته ولمعانه وصلاته ببعض، وكالهواء الذي يتمدد أيضا رغم تمدده هو متصل، هو كتلة واحدة. Our souls are related to each other to the point they become one. Therefore, being far away from each other will not affect our relation, just like the gold and the air, it expands but never separated. If they be two, they are two so, as stiff twin compasses are two. Thy soul, the fixed foot, makes no show to move, but doth if the other do. هنا يستمر الشاعر بإعطاء مجازا رائعا عن موضوع الافتراق والتواصل في نفس الوقت، تناقض بين اثنين أكيد، حيث قال إن البعد الذي بيننا هو كمؤشرات وأسهم البوصلة، هما مفترقين أحدهما عن الآخر ولكن تجمعهما النقطة التي بالوسط، متصلين دائما مهما كانت إشاراتهما مختلفة فهما متواصلين دائما. Even if our souls become two, they will be just like the pointers of the compass, which they point to different directions, but they are still joined and never separated. And though it in the centre sit, yet when the other far doth roam, it leans and hearkens after it, and grows erect as that comes home. The poet keeps the same metaphor by saying that the centre moves and the outside moves too, and changes with distances, but both pointers are out to come home and be one. The last stanza says, "Such wilt thou be to me, who must, like the other foot, obliquely run. Thy fairness makes my circle just, and makes me end where I begun." He used another metaphor by saying, like the other foot, obliquely run. So مثل القدم الثانية ما تمشي الأولى إلا تمشي الثانية، إن منفصلات قدمين مختلفات، ولكن لا يمكن للجسد أن يتزن إلا بتقدم القدمين سوية وبحركات متزنة. فيقول اتزاني وثباتي هو بتواصلي معك أو معكم. You will be the compass to me which holds me in this life. Her love and spirit will keep him just and firm, and what gives meaning to his life and makes him comes home again. القصيدة تتكلم بلسان الشاعر إلى زوجته وعائلته، لأنه كان مضطرا للرحيل والابتعاد عنهم لفترة من الزمن، فكانوا يحاول إقناعهم بأن البعد هو احتفال بقوة العلاقة ودوام الحب الذي بينهم، وليس وسيلة للانفصال عنهم. فكان يضع التشبيه بعد التشبيه والمجاز بعد المجاز لإيضاح فكرته وبيان موقفه للعائلة. Therefore we have several themes in here. Like going away for a period of time does not mean that a person will go away forever. If this love is strong, then he will come back again. Another one is family is so important, and attaching to one's responsibility is one of the main duties and things that he loves as part of respect to his family. Finally, we have literary devices. First, we have several metaphors in this poem. The first is when the poet compares his love to the stars, while the love of the rest of the people to the earthquake. Also, we have the metaphor of the legs and feet, how he compares his connection to his family just like the connection of 2 feet, and the life is like the body, where the body will not be stabilized, will not be firm until both feet work together. We have contrast as well. The love for the poet is much greater than the average love, but common people cannot feel it. Similarly, we have the first line when the poet says as virtuous, and also when he says like gold and airy thinness bait. Beside other similes and metaphors, we have rhyme scheme. Each stanza consists of 4 letters. So ABA for stanza number 1, stanza number 2 will be CD, stanza number 3 will be EF, the 4th will be GH, and so on and so forth. This is the end of our lecture, and I hope to see you in the next one.